On topical issues, as always, Nigeria right now. Governor.
Gaskiya wuta noma.
As it relates to their relationship. Jackson. So that's it. This is Nigeria right now. Action. Hello out there, this is Nigeria right now with Dixon Irebu. Today my guest is the acting national chairman of PDP. Of course, all sorts of national issues we will be engaging him on, and he will join me right about now. Ambassador Umar Iliya Damagum is our guest today. Your Excellency, thank you once again, sir. Please, your hot seat there. Yeah. Thank you for the opportunity once again, and it is national issues. That's why we came this way.
Yeah.
How is it going? How is Nigeria treating you?
Well, you can see it from my face. All is not well. When all is not well, even if it is well with you, definitely it's not well with you. We found ourselves in a real difficult situation in this country, whereby things are hard for people. And like the last time I told you, governance is about people.
True.
And when people are crying, you should review yourself. Am I doing well? If I am doing well, definitely people will be happy. Everything is out of shape. From insecurity, poverty, and the difficulty people go through. People cannot go to farm. There's hunger in the land. Even the system is no more working. What do I mean by the system is no more working?
System not working. Sorry, before we go to the system not working, because indeed we are going to discuss that aspect, because if we don't link things you've raised now with the recent developments in the land, for instance, there's call for protests, nationwide protests, because of the hunger in the land. But the government is accusing the opposition of instigating, inciting the people against the government. What is your reaction to that, sir?
Well, you see, sometimes I get a mess. This is the same government that led protest. The same people led protest on Jonathan, his administration. And the history is there. It's not quite even long. They were at the forefront because they felt at that particular time that things are not working. And they swear in people, and they protested, they were at the forefront. So if today, because people are feeling things are not okay, and they want to air their grievances, you want to link it to the opposition, so be it. We are Nigerians,
Yes.
and we are feeling the same way they felt at that time, according to them. We are worse than what we used to be. So why can't people protest? It's their right. They are Nigerians. You can blackmail and say anything about it, but the people have a right to a peaceful protest, to show
Peaceful protest.
yes, to show their grievances, to show that all is not well. It's up to you as a government to stand up to your responsibility
And address the issues
and
being
address
raised.
the issues
I agree.
which you readily know.
How come it would take the people to go out on the street? how come the opposition has not been able to mobilize and engage the system that you were talking about to highlight these issues that the people are agreeing with?
You see, we've always said these things.
Yes.
Today, somebody has protested, even as a member of the parliament.
That's
a ranking senator.
Senator
is saying,
Ndume.
and from the same government, that all is not well. And he has gotten the stick. You see, anytime you put people in place for a purpose, definitely you will not get things well. The leaders today that Dume was referring to are leaders that are put selfishly for a purpose, not for the people. And definitely when you rear your head, you get that stick. That's what Dume is facing today. I'm surprised your own member of a party telling you, let's do well. You are adducing that
and attempting to gag.
That he has become an institution, that he should leave. Well, we are all here waiting for Dume.
Are you open to receive him?
Of course, definitely.
Has he reached out to you?
I've reached out to him.
To come to your party?
I said, look, this thing has happened to you before. You made it. Politics is local.
Yeah.
If you think I cannot have my way here, you can't stop me from coming here, because my people will always send me here, and I will always tell you what you don't want to hear. Politics is local. You can gag me here because you are at the top, but you can't gag me before my people. You will always see my face, even if you don't like it.
So what's his response, though? Is it about to join the PDP? Is PDP about to witness...
Well, let him first assess even himself. Is he worthy of them?
Of being in their midst?
In
since
being
they have rejected him and asked him
in
out?
their midst? You see, sometimes you don't just coerce people into your own things.
Yes.
You leave them to make their decision. And he knows very well. I just watched a video. He was in his hometown. He has said something very, very important, that this has happened to him before. He went to another party. The same people voted him, brought him back. And it can happen again. And I believe for Dume, he has no party that he can run to other than our own party, who have been there for him before. We thank God who always showcase this country. Dume is also a product of PDP at a particular time. You saw what happened with Ningi.
Yes.
And we'll continue to have this kind of people coming up very soon. And we'll encourage them.
So it looks like PDP is indeed awake to engage the system, all right?
We've always been. When you have a system that is rotten, it will take you a very, very long time to put things straight. They will always want to gag you. They will always want to suppress what you are doing, because they have put in a system that is so corrupt to be able to, continue perpetuating what they felt they want to do it. But there's a time for everything, and the time is no other than now.
Senator Ndume accused the president of having been caged, having been isolated from the reality in the land. How possible is that? Can a president be said to be unaware of the happenings in the country where he's leading?
We've had this kind of things before in this country. During Buhari, he has his own cabal. This one come with his own cabal. Definitely, the cabals would always fight for their survival. They will always fight to keep doing what they are doing, even if it is a bad thing.
Against the interest of
Against the interest of the people. Those type of people, when you have them around you, definitely your leadership will fail. And this is what consistently have been happening to this country. I don't want to say it because it's affect my party. It has happened before during Yaradua.
Yes.
But you know, the same members of our party rose up to the occasion and said this cannot
during the
continue
Yaradua time.
During the Yaradua time. But these people don't have that kind of, because they don't mean well. So even if the president wants to do something good, the mere fact that they are there, it will be very difficult. If not, what is the haste of even removing Ndume?
As chief
He
whip.
said something. Okay, call him. Who and who are you referring to?
Exactly.
What is the problem? Tell us. You can't even give him that chance.
If a high-ranking member couldn't have access to the president to share these issues and all that, it speaks volume, really. It does. It does. We'll take a break, sir, and then we'll come back. Nigeria right now with Dixon Irobo. Today, my guest is the acting chairman of PDP, Ambassador Iliya Umar Damagum. We'll be right back.
I love this program, Nigeria Right Now, by Dixon Irobo. It's a program that hinges its operations on patriotism, on making Nigeria better. I love it because they don't look at your faces to ask you questions. And I'm someone, if you are interviewing me, you must be hard on me for things to come out. So I love this program, Nigerians. Please watch Nigeria Right Now by Dixon Irobo. Ciao.
Welcome right back. This is still Nigeria Right Now with Dixon Irobo, and of course my guest is the acting national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Ambassador Umar Iliya Damagum is my guest, and we have discussed some of the angles that has to do with the developments in the country, the hunger in the land, the call for protests, and of course, the Ningi and the Ndume angle and the developments in the presidency and all of that. But let us bring it to your party. You have held sway for a while now in PDP as the leader, and people are wondering what is your leadership giving to the party, and what expectations do people have from you going forward?
Well, first, I didn't hold sway because I'm still in acting capacity.
Though you're in charge.
I am in charge, and what I want to say is that we've given the party a stability for which a lot of people are not happy. If there's anything you can give to this NWC, is holding the party together up to this moment. Anytime you have an election and you lose, it comes with its own
Challenges.
blame games. To the glory of God, at least we've been able to keep the party together. This is paramount to us, because it is only when we have a party that we can even think of elections. So we give glory to God. Secondly, as you can see, we have put in place a process for congresses, and things are working very well. This weekend, we'll have our ward congresses to usher in new executive to almost 25, 26 states. We've not had any complaints so far, except a few states, not more than 1, 2, or 3, which to me,
Which are the states?
well, we have problem in Rivers, we have problem in Ebony, but we have almost solved it. And then I think that one too, we're on top of the situation.
Over Edo. you have some challenges there, don't you?
What challenges do you have?
There were some members of your party, ranking members of your party, who were suspended recently. And of course, recently, the defection of the reinstated
But why are you,
deputy governor of the
why
state.
are you not talking of those joining the party? You see, you pressmen, you are always negative.
It's not negative.
Yeah, you are always negative. You don't post the positive sides of this thing. Yes.
Yeah, but if ranking members
it's
leave your party, you should call for concern, isn't it?
and another ranking members are joining the party. And let me also tell you that Edo is PDP. It has always been. And we've been monitoring what's happening there. Except people are trying to portray as if all is not well. But we are grounded. We're going to take Edo.
You're going to take Edo?
By the grace of God, no matter the threat and challenges. Yes, we have challenges here. They have gone to court to, retard us. But to the glory of God, we've been getting very positive this in the courts. Today there is no contention about the candidature of our candidate, which they try to, scuttle. And then till this moment, he's still the candidate to beat because of his popularity and what have you. Yeah. Like you rightly say, some people are doing everything possible to paint a black picture of the prospects, of our prospects in Edo. But we are stable, and by the grace of God, we'll take back what is rightly ours.
Is it possible that the defection of the reinstated deputy governor of Edo State, the defection, is it possible that it could have been avoided? Couldn't the party internally handle it, then allowing
I don't want
eventual
to
defection?
give credence to what you are saying. You see, you look at antecedents of people, then you judge by that antecedents. This person contested
to get your party
on the ticket. He didn't even eventually went all the way. He went to court, looking for court to give him
the mandate.
the mandate. You see, and mandate is being sought from people. So if he decides, because you have not gotten it, let's rock the boat. The people that are there that will benefit from good governance, which they have benefited in their government before, will not allow that to happen by the grace of God. And what I see playing out is a personal ego, not about people.
Not about people.
He has a misunderstanding with his boss, and of course, the rest is what is playing out now. You've seen it, more or less of a personal battle, not for the interest of the...
But what's your reaction to his reinstatement by the court?
Well, what I understand is that it has been appealed, and since it's in court, I wouldn't want to...
Does appeal alter or cancel the judgment that he's already gotten? Wouldn't he be in the office as deputy governor while the appeal is?
Maybe you need to go to Edo and find out, because me and you are here in Abuja, so...
Because it appears the state has two deputy governors now.
Well, we know of only one. Court process is an ongoing thing until you reach the highest court. So if you go to a judgment and appeal, then that's you stay until maybe a higher court pronounce otherwise.
Okay, let's go away from your party and look at the minimum wage, it skipped my mind. Minimum wage that just concluded. If your party were to be in government, are you comfortable with what is offered to the workers?
Well, honestly speaking, I'm not comfortable because if you look at the high cost of living, 70,000,
yeah.
cannot buy you a bag of rice now. And imagine a family of 10.
Or 5 or 6.
No,
10
5 you
is
can
not much.
still manage, you know, and have 2 square meals maybe in a day. But you see, most of us in Africa, you're talking about, even if you have 5, you have relations that are relying on you. So with the rate of prices now, food prices, rising cost of food prices,
70,000 is not good enough.
70,000 is not good enough.
What would you have suggested or preferred?
Well, I wouldn't want to, because I'm not in labor, so I wouldn't want to quote a figure.
What can your party,
what
could your party offer differently?
Our party wouldn't have found ourselves in this situation because the policies of this government was what precipitated this high rising cost. You know, you don't just keep on pushing expenditure back to the people when the economy is so bad and you are expecting things to work well. So the first thing that should be our focus is how we improve the economy, human capacity and what have you. By the time everybody is up and doing and incomes are going into people, you realize that with 30,000, you still afford a lot of things. Because
especially when there is housing, transportation, and
so
all of those things.
We would have done it differently. But if you find yourself in this situation now, the best thing you have to do is first reduce taxes. All these tariffs that you are imposing on citizens. Which one will you do? Pay bills, electricity bills, when you cannot even eat food? You understand? So there is no amount, even if they raise it to 250, with the current tariffs and taxes.
That won't be enough.
It won't be enough. So they have to look inwards. What do they do to improve, you know, on the economy, on the this, and so that it will bring down cost. An average entrepreneur is paying high on electricity and what have you. Definitely, cost of things will have to go up.
True. Okay, well, we'll conclude with this. Look at the international scene. Recent development in America. The withdrawal from the race of Joe Biden and endorsing his vice. Well, what's your reaction? The way that we have seen internal democracy play in the party, can we have same or similar thing play out in our own climate?
Dixon, sometimes you amaze me. We have a system, we are copying American system.
Yes.
Exactly, the system of government in this country is exactly copied by the American system. But we've forgotten, after this moment, we are not yet developing that. This democracy in play, their own people, leaders, listen to people.
They ask the leader to step down from the race, and he complied.
They listen to people, and he complied because he believes in the system, and the system is working. We have had one time when leaders leave for medical leaves, don't even hand over the government to their vice.
Including your own party did the same. Yeah, I remember the Yar'Adua.
Yeah, but you saw what happened. The same people within the party rose after the occasion and said correcting must be done. But in APC, it has happened during Buhari. And sometimes even now, you look for your president, They will be telling you he's here, he's there. You don't
And
have
he can
a
rule out
clear.
from anywhere.
He can rule from anywhere, but if he's there, it's my right to know where my president is. He's no more for himself, but
Not
for
a
me.
private person. True. True.
So that's where systems work. But if you don't have a system that works, then you should expect anything. I just pray one day we'll have the kind of system that works. People that listen to the yearnings of people. It's not about me, but it's about the country. If today you see that I must give way for peace to reign or for system to work, we're talking about capacity. And they realize that over time he has paid his due and age is now on his side, health-wise. And he honorably gave way based on. I'm happy for
The
Democrats. Honestly speaking, this year has been disturbing me. Being a Democrat.
Are you supporting the Democratic Party there or Republican Party? Which one of them?
I don't want to say anything about that, but when you have a system that works, you get happy. You feel as if it's your own destiny.
Ambassador, let's leave it here. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the welcome. Thank you. Nigeria, right now with Dixon Irebu, our country is in their need of, indeed, patriotic leaders. That is a summary of what Ambassador Damagum has said here on this show today. Should we put Nigeria first, and indeed Nigerians first at all times, and not look at our own pecuniary gains, our own individual gains? Then we would have been talking about building a great nation. Nigeria belongs to you as much as it belongs to all of us. All the parties that lead in one way or the other, that occupy seats in one way or the other, should realize that they exist because the Nigerian people gave them the mandate. Should anything happen to the provisions that has to come to the table of the Nigerian people, then they should be answerable. And if members of political parties cannot speak up against the negatives in the system, in the country, then there's something wrong. We should look at it again. And at all times, like I would always say, let us consider how to build a nation where no man is oppressed. I see you next week on this same show, Nigeria Right Now.